Hello, I hope you're having an amazing day. Sorry I'm sitting here in workout gear and with beach hair because I was at the beach and this is just real life. So I wanted to talk about today how a feeling is not a goal. I feel like with January 1st rolling around, everyone's going to be like, it's time to set goals for the new year. And I have a lot of things to say about this actually. One, I personally made a decision last year to stop calling them goals and start calling them visions because I feel like goal is just like not exciting to me. Like when I hear the word, you're like goal, like it's just, I don't know, like a thing that you hit and you like check it off and then you're like on to the next thing, or like that's maybe just me personally, but I just don't get like that excited feeling when I hear the word like goal. So I started, I feel like this could be like 500 different videos from where we're going here, but like one, like the importance of your languaging is so important. Like the way you speak, like you literally speak things into existence, and like words all have their own energy and their own frequency to them. So it's really important to be selective about the words that we use. That's kind of a whole other video though, and we'll go into that another time. But for our purposes here, I like the word, what is going on with my fringe? I like the word vision because I feel like it's bigger, it's expansive. You're like, this is my vision, this is what I'm aiming towards, like this is where we're going. Like it just feels like bigger and more like juicy and exciting. Like when I'm like, yes, this is my vision, I'm working on my vision, like it encompasses like so many things within it. And like I guess your goals, you could see them as like checkpoints in that, but I'm like, I want to work on my vision. And like, you know what your vision is, because you need to have a clear vision, because otherwise how the fuck are you gonna know where you're going? It's like trying to drive your car somewhere you've never been before, and with like you're driving like blindfolded or something, which you shouldn't do. Like you need to have a clear idea of where you're going, and you need to be honest and like not afraid to set it as really big, because they've actually done research that when you work on stretch goals, you are like so much more likely to achieve them, because it will just feel so much more exciting to you, and like we want to be excited about what we're working on. Also, so why a feeling is not a goal or a vision or whatever word you choose to call it. A feeling is not a goal because, like, say for example, the word you're like, I want to feel successful, and you're like, well, how can you quantify feeling successful? There's people who are like multi-millionaires and they don't think they're successful. There's people that are really happy and have no money, but they might say they're successful or they might not. And it's like, I think we need to get away from like money being the only quantifier of like what success looks like. But as you can see, this makes it really hard for your brain to understand. You're like, I want to feel successful, that's my goal. Your brain's like, I don't know what to do with that. Like, how do we know when we're there? How do we know what success feels like? How do we like define success to ourselves? So as you can see, you've already confused your brain, and like your brain doesn't like to be confused. It likes information or directions that are like clear and concise and simple, because this is what it puts into your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind goes to work creating whatever it is that you have decided that you wanted to create. So if you're just like, I want to feel successful, like it's not really going to give you a whole lot, or it will just maybe take in what it's shown it thinks that you mean by success, and it will just keep being like, well, you're not living in a mansion yet, so you're not successful. And then it's just going to keep making you feel bad because you think you haven't like accomplished your goal yet. So that's why you cannot have like the feeling itself be the goal. Like you need to define for yourself, what does success look like? So like if you're like, success is me just like paying my bills on time and like not going into debt, great. Like that's a good like goal. That's like tangible. That's like something that you can, you know, when you're finished it, like you has like a start and an end date, if you will. But like you can tell when you've achieved it. Like there's like a date where it's done by, and you have some kind of an outcome where you can cross it off and be like, yes, I have achieved this thing. And when you're manifesting it though, like you do need the feeling, because the only reason we want anything is because of how we think it's going to make us feel. And so if you are like, okay, I want to save enough money to go on a holiday in June of 2020. And I really want to feel like free, abundant, excited, like rested, like just energetic. Like think of all the things you want to feel on the holiday and then be like, okay, well, like what are the tangible things that are going to help me to get there? Like say for example, you're like, okay, well, we have to price out like how much are the flights, how much are we going to spend there, how much is the hotel, like blah blah blah. So then you can like write your goal as being like, okay, well, I've saved like XYZ to go to like wherever you're going, and I've done it by this date. And then when you want to like really ramp up your manifesting of it, like think of the feelings you want to feel when you're on that holiday. Like how do you feel after you book the flights? And how can you start embodying those feelings now? And so this is how like I combine like, I guess like law of attraction and like goal setting together to create what I want to create, because you're like setting the thing and you're like, okay, this is how I want to feel when it happens. So how can I embody those feelings now and like call it into my field now? So that's why the feeling can't be the goal itself. That's why like when people are like, oh, my goal is to be happy, you're like, that doesn't really work because you're a human and humans have like fluctuating emotions anyways. And to be like, I'm going to be happy 100% of the time is unrealistic to expect. So I hope that was helpful for you, and I hope you have an amazing day.